Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Colonial Downs here on Thursday. It's the 18th of July, 2024. Gonna look at the fifth race from Colonial, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the fifth race from Colonial, which is a good one, and it's allowance optional claimer purse $90,000. Race for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards, number one. 3 races of the main claim starter, Virginia restricted race, or an optional claim price here, $75,000. 7 horses are going to the dirt course, 1,400 meters, or 7 furlongs on that main track. Going to take the 4 horse here, Lady Rodler, as a top selection. 4-3-5-7 in the superfecta. 4-3-5-7 super. Top selection of 4 horse Lady Rodler. 4-year-old filly by Cantheros here. Michael Campbell trains. Trevor McCarthy gets the mount. The horse's most recent appearance came at Prairie Meadows on the 17th of May. 6 furlongs and a handicap that day, and the horse finished 4th by 8 lengths that day and just stalked and never really quickened up. First start in 2 months. I think he needed the race. He was just very flat. He's coming here to Colonial for the 3rd time. He likes this dirt track. He's 2 for 2 on it, being forwardly paced, which is not bad on this track. I think he could find a trip to win here today. You know, he ran 2 back in a handicap at Tampa, 7 furlongs 9th of March, and he finished 5th by 5 lengths that day, and he just stalked and never had the turn of foot. He was flat. It wasn't his day to win. And then the Minaret at Tampa over the 6, he finished 4th by 2 1/4 lengths that day. He was with them early on. He just kind of got a little lackadaisical late. You know, he probably needed the race that day. And then they ran against 2 tough competition in the Raven run prior to that, Keelan over the 7. He finished 6th by 19.5 lengths that day, never getting the turn of foot. But I thought his win in the dogwood at 23-1 last year, Churchill over the 6, over the 7, was quite impressive. Winning by 2 3/4 lengths, coming from a tracking trip. That race really, he freaked that day. Wasn't handling the Tapeta before that at Prescow, but his race before that at Hawthorne on turf wasn't half bad. He's refreshing here. He's training well. He likes this course. I'm going to give him a shot here on the ticket. I think the 3 horse Chitara for Brittany Russell and Jevion Toledo, who's come back to the saddle, could find a trip to win also. Most recently, the Hurricane Birdie at Goldstrom over the 6.5 in March. He finished 5th by 9.5 lengths that day and was just wide, never really getting into it. I thought the race at Laurel over the 6 in the fall wasn't bad at all. We had a decent 3rd place finish, really gaining well. And then in the Gina Elizabeth handicap at Hawthorne over the 6.5 last summer, he finished 5th by 8 1/4 lengths that day, and that day was just a little bit flat. But if you look at some of the races on the Mid-Atlantic region last year, he wasn't running bad at all. Has won over this track quite a few seasons ago. You know, had a very nice place a few seasons ago on this track. I'll give this horse a shot on the ticket at 6-5. The old lady running against the other mares in this one. But to recount my selection for the 5th from Colonial, I'm going to take the 4 horse Lady Radler. Give kudos to the 3 horse Chitara. 4-3-5-7 super. 4-3 in the multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everyone.